Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go and do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. So we'll dive in here. I'll give you an update on it and we'll see where it's going. So here we go. We've got light crude oil futures behind me. We came up to the top of this pattern, did a little overshoot. We are coming back down. I'm kind of thinking that this spot in the 84-ish area might be a good support level. We may come back to that level, cool off a little bit, and then see where we go from there. We'll see what we'll see what the patterns look like in the candlestick patterns look like in the chart when we get to that point, if we get that low of about $84, $85. Natural gas getting a little bit of a sell-off today, down 4.3%. Kind of looks like a shoulder type deal. Maybe we'll come back to 350 in the springtime before we ramp up the summer season. XOP, it is holding quite strong in the face of this pullback. It looks like we're just bouncing sideways. Still looks very good from a strength perspective. We got lots of support underneath it. Looking at SM Energy, up 1.5%. Perhaps their earnings are leaking out a little bit. Maybe they got some. I don't know. But we have a nice strong day today. We are still inside this pattern. Everything looks fantastic for SM Energy. They release earnings. I think it's 225 is what I saw. I think that's Friday of next week. CDEV, another one that's got that pattern that I really, really like. Small little down day today. Big up days, small down days. This screams like we want to go higher. Let's hope this pattern can hold until oil moves on up. And then we get a nice good move out of CDEV. That CDEV and SM Energy both look excellent and are some of my top picks. Looking at Crew Energy, let me just try drawing something in here. Almost like this is there, and then I just want to see kind of how this lines up. It looks like we've got a nice little pattern there developing, and could probably draw this guy out more like this. We'll see which way this thing breaks, and hopefully we can break to the upside here and out of this. It might take a little bit longer to break out of that. This one's also got it, Callum Petroleum. You can use the blue line that it's been hitting, and then you can draw a line through here that it's basically wedging up into this corner here for hopefully a potential break at some point. Athabasca Oil wanted no part in this down day. It is moving on higher. Looks absolutely fantastic for a move higher. I just hope that oil can get some strength here, and I think Athabasca Oil is going to be on fire when that thing goes. Reconnaissance Energy Africa is right at support. We'll see if this holds or if we're going to break to the downside. Looking at Crescent Point Energy, again we're coiling on up in this corner here. We're right there trying to break, and I'm going to put a new. Let me add it in here. Symbol NOG. I think they went from American to New York Stock Exchange. Add that in there. Northern Oil and Gas. We'll take a look at that one. I've got the pattern here. Big long-term pattern that we're trying to break. This thing looks excellent if we can break out to the upside. Very excited for this one to get released into the wild. It's going to be a cheetah, boys. And NOG, Northern Oil and Gas. GTE, bucking the trend, moving on up, 3.15%, very strong. Tellurian, just hanging out down here, right below its support resistance line. There you go. Pedevco getting a little bit of a sell-off today. We might have a little bit of a pullback. It's following the price of oil, which is what we want. We want it to follow the price of oil. If it goes higher, I want that to go higher. Oasis is right at the support line. I don't know why the support line's down there. There we go. Something like that. It's right at support. Comstock Resources is also at support, bouncing off that support up 5.6%. Sandridge getting a bullish engulfing. This thing looks like it wants to go higher. That's for Sandridge. I don't know why we're putting in a bullish engulfing with the down day today. Maybe they released earnings or something. I didn't really look. Ring Energy moving sideways right at the support or resistance line, trying to break through it at some point. We got Trillion Energy. This thing's been rocketing higher. Lots of people buying into it. I'm not going to buy into it, guys. I added a long time ago a little bit of money, and that's all I've got riding in it. There's a teeny bit of money. We've got Surge Energy. This guy's been rolling sideways, just a sideways day today. With crude being down today, I could see the reason why some of these are down. Tamarack Valley Energy is down a little bit. Again, we've broken to the upside of this massive pattern. It still looks fantastic. The energy service companies, we've broken to the upside. Small down day today. Not really much to talk about. I still think it's going to go higher. Tetra Technologies, small little up day, just moving sideways with the down day in oil. Transocean getting a little bit more selling pressure here. It's been fighting back and forth at this long-term resistance line here. We're trying to break through it. Getting pumped up with pump. Bullish, piercing, probably going to head higher is what I see with PUMP. EXTN still looking good. Moving sideways. We're right there breaking out of it. There we go. Valaris, VAL, offshore driller. I like it here, guys. Looks fantastic. MRM's another one. MMA offshore, another one that I like. We could see this thing pull back and do a return move before launching higher, but that looks good. TDW, Tidewater, just bouncing sideways. Another one I like. NEX, moving sideways, still looks good. Just a small down day. Nothing too big. No reversal candlestick or anything. Champion, CHX, getting a little bit of a sell-off today. Oil coming on lower. This could break the support line here if we can get enough momentum. But it's still looking okay. I don't know what that is. Looking at WHD, Cactus. Let's see here. We've got kind of a break here. And we're right at that support level. I think we're going to go higher eventually. OII, another one that's trying to break to the upside of its little pattern here. It's kind of squeezing up. Usually they break to the downside for a rising wedge, but everything has been so bullish, I'm expecting it to break to the upside. Noble closing above its support line, resistance support. So now it's support, resistance going back through it, so I still think that's going to head higher. HLX, we're right at the support line of the top of this channel. And then CGGYY getting a little bit of a sell-off today, but still looking fine on a long-term perspective. We've broken out of this pattern here, of this really long-term pattern. So I still think this is looking fantastic for a move higher for CGGYY. So that's what I've got for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We could see a pullback in oil. Some of the companies look pretty strong, though. So again, I wouldn't do anything. I'm not trading any of this. I'm buying it. I'm holding it. I'm just checking the pattern, checking the charts to see what I could potentially see. I play this entire bull market. Ratios are cheap. Charts look good. I buy a bunch, and then I sell it when everything rotates at the end. When we have expensive ratios, when the market conditions for inflation go away in terms of real estate expansionary starts, and the chart starts to look bad. That's when I sell. We are at the beginning of a very large move. I don't have anything in my thoughts or doubts or anything about selling these companies. I think we've got at least 5 years in this bull market, maybe even 10 years, towards the 2030 mark, we'll call it. So again, I'm not doing anything with my shares. I'm just holding on, watching the ride, adding shares to, I'm accumulating these companies still in some of the energy service sectors. I'll accumulate some shares. I'll accumulate like Tidewater, something like a rig. These offshore drillers, I think, are going to be quite attractive down here in, I call no man's land, because these things have been really beaten up. They will come back over time. Just be patient. We've had a pretty good run in some of them. They may need to digest those gains. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just run again. And that's why I don't try to trade the short term, but everything looks good. Short-term pullback in oil is possible, and natural gas for I think, an incredible run coming for the summer. That's what I think. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.